you want to be thinking how you can stand out amid the vast ocean of videos, and this comes from defining what you want to be known for. What's up, you guys? It's Joseph here. Today we're talking about growth as new creators on TikTok and how you can stake your claim in the gold rush for attention on the platform. Well, today I want to share with you how exactly I've been able to implement some of these ideas on a couple of new accounts that I just created this week, along with a couple of other extra bonus tactics that you can use to maximize the exposure on your videos. Now, keep in mind that we're not going to be going into a lot of in-depth strategy here simply because that's for other videos that already exist on my channel and talk about those things in a bit more detail. In today's video, we're not going to be building out a massive audience. We're mapping out specifically how you can acquire your first 1,000 followers on TikTok or your next 1,000 followers or whatever that looks like for you specifically. If you're interested in some advanced bonus tips for scaling your fan base on TikTok to 100,000 followers and beyond, be sure to stick around all the way until the end of today's video and I'll give you access to a free resource that I just updated, the TikTok Tip-Offs 2.0. This is the first video that the new version is being released. I know you want to check that out, so be sure to stick around all the way until the end. Without further ado, let's talk TikTok. Step number 1, define your unique factor. Now, this may be old news to you, but keep in mind that it's far easier to grow on TikTok the more you can get specific with your content versus shotgun blasting a random selection of ideas onto the platform without any common thread or theme between them. One of the things that has been particularly helpful to me in my own growth process time and time again is figuring out my unique factor. What is unique about me? What do I have access to that the majority of people on TikTok, the average user, can't just go and replicate themselves? Now, for you, this may be your location, your quick wit, your extreme facial expressions, your ability or talent, your capacity to juggle, do a backflip, edit. I don't know what that looks like for you. That's definitely what you need to be thinking about. For me, I like to focus on magic tricks and visual effects, and I like to edit a lot on my laptop. And so that's an aspect that I like to focus on in my own content. Remember, with practically limitless attention on the platform, you want to be thinking how you can stand out amid the vast ocean of videos. And this comes from defining what you want to be known for. People are far more likely to follow those that stand out and are unique in some way and are more than just another attractive face on their feed. So be thinking about 3 different adjectives, 3 different ways that you can bring something different to the platform. If you want to do something like trick shots, then maybe pick a specific kind of trick shot that is not already established on the platform. Or maybe if you have the talent to juggle, you might start every one of your videos with juggling balls. And I understand that that's a rare ability, but that's actually an example of a friend of mine who's been able to brand his content in that unique way with that ability. Make sense? Number 2, find established similar creators and model that success that you desire for your account. Now that you've defined your niche, you want to be able to pinpoint what kind of videos in your genre or your industry tend to do well on the platform. This is what I do every single time that I create or start a new account on TikTok. I create a list of around 2 to 3 other accounts that are very similar in the content that I want to output and represent the influence and the authority and the audience that I want to have. One easy way to do this is simply to search relevant keywords in your niche and see what accounts come up. Or you can search hashtags on the discovery page and search the hashtag section for related accounts. The reason why this point is so important is because it gives you a goal and a trajectory for your videos and ultimately your account. You know that the account that you're looking at, the creator that you want to model your success after, looking at their videos, they're getting 800,000 views on average per video. So reverse engineer what they are doing right. Pay attention to even the subtlest details in the video, like lighting, the actual structure of the video, or even some of the comments, because those things are going to be your formula for achieving similar results with your own content. For example, I recently created a new account just a couple of days ago that focuses on satisfying sand videos that I produce myself. It's all original content. It's not recycled or compilations from elsewhere on the internet. I'll actually be revealing that exact account in a later video coming soon, so consider subscribing if you're interested in watching me grow that. But the point here is that I did some research yesterday on the other accounts on TikTok that are established in that same niche, and I've actually picked 2 that I'm going to be modeling my videos after, and those are the ones that you see on screen. Now, looking at those videos, I do see some areas for improvement, which I'll certainly be integrating more into my own content, which will help give me a little bit of uniqueness when it comes to my own creativity. But the basic style, the audience that they have, the engagement ratio, those are the things that I want to achieve on my account over these next couple of weeks, so I'll be sure to be paying close attention to what videos that they're putting out and the tactics that they continue to implement. Point number 3 is to stay consistent with your upload. uploads. Now, I get it. It sounds cliche to say this, and I do say it a lot in my videos, but it truly is a critical factor in making or breaking your early success to 1,000 followers on TikTok, at least depending vastly on your content style. Ideally, uploading anywhere between 2 to 5 times a day is pretty standard for the majority of top creators on TikTok, so keep that in mind. However, now that TikTok has reached a point where there are more creators outputting content than there really is a demand for people consuming it, you really want to be focusing on making quality content and not just putting out whatever comes to mind for the sake of putting out 2 to 5 videos a day. If you want to grow or reach your first 1,000 followers in a week, which is fairly easy to do, and I know, hear me out, if you plan ahead, my recommendation is that you spend some time, just a couple of days, where you bank around 5 to 10 videos in your drafts so that you can have a period, you can have a week where you're able to stay consistent with your upload schedule. Because look, I get it, even in my own creative process, it is fairly difficult to put out 3 to 5 videos a day, especially if you're focusing on quality. So that being said, the takeaway here is to make consistency a priority when you're just starting out, and I promise you, you will grow. Point number 4 is to engage with your fan base. Now, this point is perhaps the most important aspect of hitting that 1,000 follower threshold fast. In the early stages, and this is what I do every single day, I would strongly encourage that you consider commenting on 25 of the accounts daily that comment on your videos. This should be pretty easy, and if they haven't dropped you a follow already, most will, especially if you're very, very genuine in the comments that you leave on their videos. Of course, it goes without saying, but as a new creator, if you're looking to hit that first 1,000 followers in a week, or whatever that time frame is for you, there's really no excuse not to be replying to every single comment on your videos. Keep in mind that the more effort that you put into each comment, the more those users are likely to, well, A, follow you, and B, comment on your future videos. An emoji as a reply is nice, but if you can make it unique to them or ask them a question, that's a level of personalization that will help you stand out. Remember, taking it back to our first point, it's all about that unique factor. Engaging with your fan base doesn't necessarily mean that you're strictly limited to the comment section. It also means actively optimizing your content for active participation, or in this case, active engagement with it. For example, you might consider asking a question in your captions so that the viewers, the users, are prompted to reply with an answer in the comment section. Or you can also encourage people to follow you for a part 2 or a series that you're in the process of creating based off of the video that brought them to you. Again, give your viewers an incentive to actually follow you. So that being said, follow these principles and just watch your fan base take off. It will take some time, it does for me as well, but stick with it, and I promise you that you'll be thankful that you did so. For those of you that stuck around, the TikTok Tip-Offs 2.0 free resource can be found a couple of links down in the description below this video. I really did make some major changes and revisions to it, so if you want a little bit of some extra leverage to help you with your growth journey, then be sure to check that out down below. Thanks for checking out this video. If you receive value from it, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like down below, and if you would consider subscribing to see future videos like this on the subject of TikTok every single week. That would mean the world to me as well. Thanks guys for watching, and as always, we'll talk next time. Take care. Cheers.